Adopting a modern tech stack is essential for any organization embracing the digital transformation journey. Your users demand higher performance and better designed user interfaces. These tips that I'm about to present are directed towards the teams migrating digital products to React, but they can also be used for any other teams migrating other software to other technologies. Before we jump right in, if you like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. We are going to be creating a lot more content like this, and I'm sure you would love to get the information about the new content as it goes out. Our clients have adopted React for a few reasons. Some of the legacy applications are so old that they cannot properly support modern browser features for rich user interfaces. For some of our clients, domain-level experts have departed the companies, and with them went the know-how, the essential knowledge that was needed to create those legacy applications. Your companies should never be in this position, but it certainly does happen. And finally, the most common reason is the feature bloat, technical debt, or even the libraries that are so old that they are really hard to maintain and upgrade. This situation creates regression issues. It's very hard to maintain, and that takes a lot of time. As we know, time equals money, so it definitely hurts the bottom line of the company because it's also harder to capture new revenue. For this video, I collected 21 best practice for migrating to React. Our previous clients confirmed a few benefits that came out of the process of migration to React. One is their conversion rates improved, in some cases significantly. Two, the time to build new features and fix bugs has reduced by a great deal. And finally, development experience that is so rich and beautiful that developers enjoy working in this new stack. Okay, let's talk about the best practices now. I split them into 3 categories so just it's easier to follow. 1 is process, 2 the tech for developers mostly, and 3 user experience. Each of the sections is going to be a video on its own, and we're going to start with the process. The best practices for establishing a good process for migrating to React start with investing in your strategy. Create a goal alignment. You're going to want to define your business goal, product goals, tech goals, and team goals. These should all be identified and shared. Being able to clearly communicate the whys behind the strategy is extremely important to demonstrate leadership. And with great leadership comes commitment and sense of ownership. Second, invest in your team. Train the team early in the process. A new tech stack creates a lot of novelty. Building one to throw away should not be related to your flagship product. I suggest you invest in a week-long training, and even better, try to get the team to create a prototype of one of the most important features of the newly migrated application. Now, this is something you can throw away, but it creates a phenomenal well of knowledge that the team can apply right to the migration process. 3, audit the legacy application. A detailed assessment will give really good reasons for the existing pain points. I highly suggest that you hire a third party for this tech assessment. A third party is likely to go deeper than a team that already knows the application. You want to know the hidden truths from the underlying architecture, things that you can learn from and make better during the migration process. 4, select the right partner. Even if you have a strong React team, it might be a good idea to embark this journey with someone who also has experienced React.js developers. When you're choosing a good partner, make sure you don't choose just a company with a strong React.js experience. Now, this is very important, don't get me wrong, but there are other things you should factor in. Make sure this partner brings other skills to the table, such as agile methodologies that are very important for good project management. Some user experience skills are very welcome, DevOps, and also quality assurance. Allow yourself some time to vet those partners and analyze their references too. Also make sure that the partner cultivates a solid company culture. 5, and this one is very important, define your migration strategy. It's best not to migrate the whole app and then publish it when it's done. A good thing to do is to migrate incrementally. Now you can do this from the bottom up or top down. The bottom up approach dictates that you find the lowest level component. I suggest you find the one with the least number of dependencies. Then when you migrate that one to React, you work your way upwards until you get to the top or to the root of the application. The top-down approach is also known as the strangler pattern. You identify a good subsection of the application or a sub-application. A good example for an e-tail or web shop is going to be cart. As the team completes the cart, they're going to generate a lot of experience, and then they're going to be able to move to other sections, maybe checkout or maybe category pages. You get what I mean. The important thing here is that you act progressively. You let the stakeholders and the customers test the application and give you early feedback. With that comes 6. Start small and simple. Your development team is going to love to score some early wins. Now they're getting used to a whole new stack probably, and they're gonna need to get a better feeling of how things work. Also, your stakeholders are going to love to start seeing the benefits early. 7. Treat the migration to React as digital transformation. Maybe this is a good opportunity to migrate some other parts of the application. One of our clients use POS APIs for their e-tail web shop. Now, this is perfectly fine, but those APIs were not made for high-performant mobile communication. Some of the business goals were impossible to meet until we actually migrate some of those POS APIs into performant microservices. And finally, 8, invest in open source. Chances are, especially if you're using React, that you're going to be using a lot of open source libraries, such as React Router, Webpack, Babel, and many others. Your business depends on maintainers who actually work on these open source libraries. Recurring donation, even if they are small, are going to help your bottom line. At Modus Create, we continually support amazing open source initiatives like React Router, like Webpack, and Vue.js, and many others. Don't forget that migrations do take time and cost money. However, in our experience, as all of our previous clients have reported, good completed migrations are going to result in better conversion rates. Next up are technical best practices, and these are targeted to developers because there is some technical jargon inside. However, if migration to React is on your roadmap, I highly suggest you take a look at that video as well. If you have any questions about the best practices that I just mentioned, or any other best practices that I'm about to mention in the videos to follow, please ask in the comments below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you can get early access to all our new content.